On the way here, I came to a fork in the road. Morning and welcome to a channel update for May and June 2025. The stills for the opening sequence were all taken at the Raptor Foundation near St Ives, where I did a quick stopover on the way back from the Yorkshire Dales, and you would have seen some scenery from there in the last channel update. That was back in March, and it's now April. After a warm and sunny couple of weeks, it's turned a bit chilly again. As a stills photographer, I think I prefer conditions more like this than the ones from a couple of days ago. I was out on Dover Cliffs filming something which we'll probably see next year. It's a project I've been working on for years. I failed to make it several times. Failed so badly I might even make a film about the failing. More of that at a later date, but you might see some shorts from that walk on the cliff tops the other day. Since the trip to the Dales, I've been to Surrey for another walk along the Thames path. There will be a film from that, but probably not until next year. I seem to have a bit of a backlog. As well as the trip to Surrey, I spent a week in the Cotswolds. I'll show you some scenery from that in a moment or two. There'll be a couple of shorter films from that trip, places which took my interest. They're silent on my part, and I think I should be able to release them from August onwards. That's better, seems a bit more sheltered here. Now, apart from the locations of the two films I mentioned, I found the Cotswolds quite hard to connect with. You could say I didn't find it very palatable. I'm on fire today. Seriously though, it is a very attractive area. It's just one that I find it very hard to relax in. A bit too busy in a tea shoppy kind of way. Technical term that. And I didn't have any feeling of openness in the scenery and landscape. Unlike this place, which is about 15 minutes away from where I'm based. So what did catch my eye that I can make two short films about? Well, firstly, there's Bella Snap, which is a burial mound. and secondly was Tewkesbury. Where the landscape leads onto the Severn Valley, and that's a landscape which really does take my eye. Whilst Tewkesbury itself was also quite interesting. I'll put together a little sequence for you from some other locations I went to in the Cotswolds. And towards the end of that, look out for some views from Leckhampton Hill, looking out over Cheltenham and the Severn Valley. That is perhaps a place I could have filmed more. But the blue skies weren't very conducive to still photography. Catchphrase, landscape photographers never happy. After that, I'll speak to you from a different location, which I don't know because I haven't got there yet, and take a look at what's coming up next on the channel. Welcome back, and a sort of a welcome back to the blue skies from the last few weeks. Welcome back again. I started to record that back on the bench there, but you wouldn't believe how many people came past. As I was saying, it's a sort of a welcome back to the blue skies that we've had over the last month or so. Nice enough for making channel updates, but perhaps a bit harsh in terms of lighting for wildlife or landscape. And those views you just saw at the end of the sequence over the Severn Valley really reignited my desire to go and see the Severn boar. Whereas you get to see a boar all the time when you watch this channel. Well, they're laughing anyway. So the Severn boar is a predictable tidal surge which comes up the Severn Valley. And for what I've seen of footage, it's quite impressive. You can look up online when it's most likely to happen, but unfortunately when I was there a month or so ago, there was none to be had. The Severn Valley is also where you find some fantastic wetlands, and those wetlands can be found both on the English and the Welsh side, including 3 WWT reserves which I've been to and filmed for the channel. Over the next few weeks on the channel we'll be staying on the theme of wetlands. First of all, there'll be a visit to WWT London, and the final 2 in the Strolling the Stour series, which I filmed on this very reserve. I'm going to pause the concept of strolling the Stour for a little while. Mainly because of the amount of content I still have to bring you from the last year. The 2 films you'll see in a few weeks' time were actually filmed quite a few years ago. I'm sure you'll notice a difference in the style, whilst the stylish wardrobe remains the same. In between those longer films will be some of the shorter variety on a few different themes. And all that content should lead us to a next channel update in early June. I'm hoping that's going to be brought to you from a little further north than here, and maybe in a very different style. Big shout out as ever to all the subscribers, new and old. Thank you for your continued support. That puddle goes knee deep in winter. Ah, the River Stour, I presume. As I mentioned, you'll be seeing WWT London in a week or so, whilst I'm heading north. And in that upcoming trip, I'm hoping to go to WWT Washington in the fantastic northeast. And that would be second to last on my quest to visit all of the WWT reserves in the UK, leaving only Castle Espy in Northern Ireland. Plans are underway. I've said too much. I'm going to bring this channel update to a close with a sequence of still photographs all captured within the last couple of months and featuring some of the places I mentioned. I have been your avuncular host. Thanks for watching.